Good afternoon. You're on Ottawa Designers. We're here with Justin and Jason from AGL Grass Ottawa, who are going to be discussing artificial grass. How are you guys today?
Great.
Doing well.
Great. Could you tell us a little bit of the background of your company?
Sure. Would you like me to take that on, Jason?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, great. So AGL Grass has been around for 35 years, thereabouts. It was established in Stony Creek. And so for us, AGL Grass Ottawa, that is something that's kind of newer on the market. We opened up last August, so August of 2023. I have my own construction company, so I've been in the landscape industry for the better part of 20 years. And this was something that kind of fell into our lap, and we figured, you know what, this is a great product. We need to get a hold of this and run with it.
It is. It's fabulous. When I saw you guys at the home show, I said, this is absolutely perfect timing. One, I have clients asking right and left, what's going to go on with the weather this year? It's supposed to be hot, too sunny, the grass is dying, and all this stuff. Could you explain a little bit what artificial grass is?
Sure.
You want to feel that one?
Yeah, okay, I'll feel that one.
Sure.
So for us, artificial grass isn't the grass. It's the lifestyle that it encompasses. It's the part where there's no more maintenance involved. It's a maintenance-free lifestyle. So you now have the perfect lawn all the time, every single day. And that frees up a lot of your free time. So there's no more spending the weekend, spending a few hours here and there doing these mundane activities of having to care for the lawn, cut the grass, be involved in the fumes, using pesticides and herbicides. There's no more of that. It's strictly enjoying the perfection that is artificial grass.
Absolutely.
I figured out it was about 4 solid days that an average lawn in Ottawa is going to eat up in terms of watering and fertilizing, trimming, mowing, but more importantly, weeding. And it's not just one type of weed. Typically, it's multiple types over the course of the entire season. So we can use those 4 days much better.
Absolutely. And 4 days is a huge amount of time in someone's life. And think about it, that's 4 days consecutively. When you think of the amount of afternoons and times that you're sitting there either complaining of the grass that you just sodded and it didn't go down properly, or there's not enough water, or patching here and there. So what is the installation process? How does that look like?
It's relatively simple. The idea is that we would come in, assess the backyard or assess the front yard and see what it needs. So the idea is that we're not trying to change the topography of the land that you currently have. The city sets out guidelines and they say, this is the drainage plan. The yards need to stick with this. So what we do is we'll strip off the top 2-3 inches of grass, weeds, or whatever you have going on in the yard. And then we add a layer of non-woven geotextile fabric. So that's like a landscape fabric, a very heavy duty one. And what we're trying to do is separate the crushed stone from the dirt. So then we'll come back and we'll add in 2 to 3 inches of crushed stone. So that'll be like a stone dust mixed with a clear stone, something like a high performance bedding, which is a 7mm clear. So what you're getting right there is the compaction rate and the strength that will support the grass, but you're also getting the drainage factors that come in with the clear stone. Because this grass drains so well at 30 inches an hour, which is, I would say, pretty close to a yearly's average rain, which is like 34.2 inches for Ottawa. So you're able to drain through pretty much anything and everything. So if a dog pees on it, whatever it is, it'll take care of it.
That's fabulous. And how many different types of grass are they? Could you explain those to the viewer?
Sure.
I think our count is 12.
Yeah.
And the main characteristics that are different from each model. The first is going to be the blade height. The most luxurious brand that we have is a Majestic 70, and that's 2.5 inches of blade length. and then it goes down through the levels from there. There's a Saratoga. There is a Central Park, which is really one of my favorites, just for the colors and the look of it when you install it. It's one of the more stunning ones that are out there. And then we have right down to the Active Golf, which is PGA rated.
Oh, wow.
The second thing is, as I mentioned before, the color. We can make it look like different times of the season. The Monte Carlo has more brown undertones to it with some yellow, so that makes it look like the first week of May, or at least an average May. I'm not sure what this May is going to look like. But the Majestic 70, which is our top of the line, that makes it look like an early July after a good stretch of sunshine, a little bit less on the precipitation side. It's mostly green. I believe it's an olive green. That's a mixture into it, as well as some yellow. So those are the two main characteristics for the different models. But again, they're all built the same way. They all act the same way. This is as close as you can get to real grass as the product allows.
I love the names, first of all. They're fabulous names. And really, it's true. When I felt them and you see the texture, having the different colors, it truly does look like different seasons. So if you want your true green grass, you have that. If you want something that has a little bit of brownish or yellow tones in it, you can do that. If you're looking for the golf, absolutely manicured lawn, that's possible. I love the variety that it has. What if you have a pet?
So this product is 100% non-toxic.
Okay.
So we say it's safe for kids and it's safe for pets. The one major thing about that really differentiates AGL grass from most of the market out there is that there's no infill in the product. So when a typical grass will go down, what they will require is infill, which will be like a silica sand or a plastic pellet or a rubber pellet. So much like if the viewers out there have ever gone to a sports field and they play on the sports field, or their kids have, or they watched it on TV, and you notice that when the ball, like say in football, hits the ground, you see that little puff of black. So that's the infill that the other products use.
Interesting.
Ours does not have any infill because the fibers are so dense. We have so many that they help each other stand up straight. And then when the sun hits it, the blades will react with the sun, and then it'll straighten up even more.
Wow, that's fabulous. Now, what about for fire? If there's an ember, say from, a little fire pit, or if somebody smokes and they put an ash down, what happens to the grass then?
Well, the ember would land and singe only on what it lands. There's no combustion, there's no ignition to other fibers that are around it. So it is fire rated.
Okay.
We're conscious of where the product will go. We will not just lay it out, shake your hand and wish you well. We're going to take a look at what other components are in your yard and your property, and make the necessary adjustments. But this can go right up to where a fire pit could be, or if you have like a smoker's garden. I'm not even sure if that's the proper terminology for it, but where you would have smoking on a property, we can accommodate that.
Okay, and does it discolor at all over time?
So the answer to that is no.
Okay.
So we have a 15-year warranty on the product. That covers against discoloration, manufacturer's defects, if anything were to ever happen, or if something does happen to the product, we can come out, assess, and take a look. But for discoloration, there's a UV protectant, I guess, built into the blades, which inhibits the sun from discoloring the grass. And also with discoloration from pet urine or anything really.
That's amazing, because that's a big one that I get asked even from my clients is, okay, you put this grass in, but if it's in the sun all the time, is it going to change color? Is it not? So that's great to have the warranty for that much time. Mm-hmm. Now, as far as cost wise, what are we looking at per square foot or for an average yard?
So there's a lot of different factors that come into play. But what we like to tell our clients is, say you have the standard yard where we don't have to do any major changes to the grade. And major changes, I mean that a newer home, say within the last 5 to 10 years, where there's been a lot of settling around the foundation, well, we're going to have to bring that up and rebuild that to carry the water away from it. You don't want the water going towards your foundation, so we're going to help you. We're conscious of that. We understand how construction works. We've been in this industry for a very long time. So what we'll do is we'll help build that up. So for us, we're looking at around $15 a square foot to start. What you're getting is the Saratoga 40, there's a Royal 40, and one or two other ones, which are kind of in that price range. And then the jumps go from like 15 to 17 to $20 a square foot for let's call them the high-end models.
So very reasonable.
Yeah, it's not crazy expensive. It's much cheaper than doing interlock or any of the other ones, or the other solutions out there for your backyard. Now, saying that, the pricing doesn't reflect the quality of the product. The product is all made from the same fibers. If you go from like top to bottom on the line, the difference being the amount or the quantity of the product that you're buying.
Right.
So when we measure, we have a whole bunch of different ones, and it'll have a different name, and then it'll say 40 or 60, 70 or 80. So what that's representing is the weight, and we measure the green fibers in our product. So that's the weight per square yard. So if you have a competitor, they'll say, oh, well, ours weighs 60 ounces per square yard. So what they're doing is they're measuring the face weight of the product. So that includes the thatch, so the brown undertones that you have underneath, so that deadness, the green, as well as the backing.
Okay.
So when you do that, yes, the product is 60 ounces. However, ours will be significantly heavier because we're measuring only the green fibers. Those brown fibers, doesn't matter. The backing doesn't matter. That's not what we're measuring there. So side by side, much heavier.
That's fabulous. So if you were to give a quick pros and cons between artificial grass and real grass, give us your pros and cons.
Oof.
I think the biggest pro, and I don't want to use a negative or a positive connotation, because real grass and fake grass can live together in harmony.
Yeah.
But you're going to save a lot of time. You're going to save a lot of effort. You're going to save a lot of grief, and you might even save some of your own pride, because managing a real lawn, real grass, especially in this city, can be a job into itself.
Absolutely.
And you have to just step on AGL.
It's
grass.
great.
It's just a different world.
Yeah.
So that would be my thing. Just knowing full well that your grass is going to look like and act like what you see year round is just an unbelievable comfort and a great investment as well.
Absolutely. Any cons?
Honestly, it's tough to find them.
Good.
You're saving
That's
time,
fabulous. I think that honestly, the fact of having that time, the fact that you know exactly what it's going to look like, you're not trying to continuously work on your lawn. You know that you're paying this small investment up front, but each year, if you're living in Ottawa, you're practically resodding your grass, or definitely reseeding and watering and all that. So in order to do this small upfront cost, in the end, you're gaining time, which is extremely valuable. And it feels great. It feels great. It looks good. It's a fabulous product. How can viewers reach you? Do you have social media, website, phone numbers?
So we can be reached. We have pretty much everything that you could possibly think of. Instagram, it's at AGL Grass Ottawa. We have our website, which is aglgrassottawa.com. We have a contact us section there. If you'd like to reach us, you can also reach us by email, sales@aglgrassottawa.com, or you can give us a call, 613-884-2456, which is AGLO.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Justin and Jason. It was a pleasure, and I think it's the perfect timing to have this podcast. And I'll probably be calling you guys for near my pool, actually, hence why I was talking to you guys in the first place. And thanks for being on OttawaDesigners.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.